Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Pop culture has turned the brain into the body's new appendix. No real function, and it could quite possibly blow up and kill you. As organs go, you just don't need your brain anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm certain in the very near future, people will go to the hospital, or should I say turn on the hospital channel, and get their brains taken out, just as a precaution.
We're here with Dennis Miller, and Dennis is bringing his Bolder and Fresher tour to Comerica Theater in Phoenix, February 22nd, with, quote, Officer Bill O'Reilly, whatever that means. Dennis, welcome to our show. You have a show on KFNX, and we're thrilled about that. But who's the Bolder and who's the Fresher?
Let me see. O'Reilly always does the intro. I go first, and he introduces me as the fresher part. I think I'm the
I figured that. He's got to be the fresher.
Yeah, I'd rather be the fresher part.
And he's the bolder part, and then we come together at the end, and we get a bold on.
Yeah. And what does Officer Bill O'Reilly exactly mean?
I don't know. I told O'Reilly, he's a Catholic, and he always reminds me when I was a kid, we had this big Mick beat cop in our neighborhood.
He does look like that.
Stick, remember the stick on the leather thing, and he'd walk around and, just whap.
Right, that's what he looks like.
So I told O'Reilly, you remind me of America's big Mick beat cop.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that. Tell us a little bit about the show you're doing in Phoenix.
I do 35 minutes of comedy. O'Reilly comes out and does 35 minutes of O'Reilly, which is more avuncular, more stories, more about how the factor evolved, and then we take a break, then we come out and do 35 minutes of Q&A with the crowd. Little kabuki theater, and we sing You Don't Bring Me Flowers to each other, but not in the same studio.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Hey, don't piss on my life, baby.
Right. Now, listen, though, why don't you, why didn't you, honestly, debate Jon Stewart as opposed to Bill O'Reilly without, putting Bill O'Reilly down?
Oh, I don't think I could sell tickets like those two. They're big players, man. I'm just I'm just a comedian, a Johnny Appleseed out in the hinterland.
Yeah, but you're so much quicker and sharper, in all honesty.
I go way back with John, too. I don't want to be on stage with John. But
really?
John and I don't agree on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's
we
why
agree on other things, but I got friends, then there's politics, man. And can I tell you, politics not within vague hailing distance of friendship.
Well, I got you. I mean, politics and comedy go kind of hand in hand. Maybe you're synonymous, but...
Well, when you're the Weekend Update anchor for 6 years, you kind of get pegged.
Speaking of which, I noted that Al Franken...
What is the other guy? Does he do sign for the people watching the show through the window?
Yeah. He's on the video part.
All right, beautiful.
And the laugh track.
Yes. And my daughter's here, too, by the way.
He's like Roebuck in the Sears and Roebuck equation.
No, my daughter's here who just graduated college. She notes that your son is about her age, so she wanted to know what he does.
He's a funny kid. He's just finding his way right now, looking to see what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's your daughter doing?
Well, she was first runner-up the last 2 years in the Miss Arizona pageant.
Oh, that's exciting, man. Congratulations, kiddo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then she's
going
to law
out
school.
there while the iron's hot and get that, like the Alabama quarterback's girl.
Yeah, right.
She got glimpsed once, and now I see her down at the Super Bowl. She's got a gig on some show, so stay alert, kiddo. It happens in a second, then you got to step through that door.
Yeah.
That's from her boyfriend, though, so.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you before I forget, you were at one time football announcer, right?
I did Monday Night Football for 2 years. I was on ABC. And then John Madden, who's the best who ever did it, left Fox. And he wanted the gig, and I knew I was dead later that afternoon. I called Fouts and said, we're gone, man. It's G. Gordon Liddy time. Just tell me what street corner you want me on when I get shot. I don't want innocents getting hit in the crossfire.
Right.
And we got whacked within 3 hours. But I would have whacked me, too. It's John Madden. He's the best who ever did it. Trust me.
Yeah.
If I'm ever in L.A. on any given night and I want to get up at the Improv to do some stand-up comedy and Madden's on stage, I better haul his fat ass off, too. That's the way the world works.
Yeah, that's true. You actually then are a big football fan.
Yeah, I like football a lot. When are you guys getting a team in Arizona?
Never. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Kevin looked he looked a little shaky, man. It's
shaky. He had like 2 minutes.
The number 2 quarterback in Philly. But you got to come out to the desert and be the man. It's a little harder, man.
Actually, Katie went to school with Nick Foles, at U of A.
He's got to get his mullet together, man. It's 2013. What's with the hairdo?
Needs a
It's
haircut.
like Bucky Covington on Star Search.
Speaking of hairdos, I honestly didn't remember the hairdo part, I got to say.
All right. Well, I was on Monday Night Football, 2 years, got fired. Used to wear my hair longer, more akin to the time.
Right.
Borderline mullet. Kind of weird when I look back on it.
Right.
But you know what? Everybody should have a bad hairdo in their life.
Here's another interesting little factoid that we found out. Somebody told me that you had 5 Emmys in 9 years, which I think is incredible. I didn't know that.
I get one more, I can hold 3 pieces of corn on the cob.
What were they for? Emmys meaning for best...
One was I had a sitcom in the 70s called That Zany Dennis.
Oh, I remember that. I watched that all the time.
And then in the 80s, I was an overseas correspondent in Guam, and I won 2 news Emmys for that. And the third one was called An Evening with Carol Burnett, where I played Carol Burnett.
Yeah, I remember all of them. Very well. They were all terrific.
Thank you, my friend.
I have them on DVD. But congratulations. No, that really is a wonderful thing.
You know what? Like I said, it's a flattering thing, but it's a past thing. So
yeah, no, but we really are fans. I mean, no kidding.
Oh, I get it, man. I'm just teasing you a little, for God's sakes. You've been watching me long enough.
You're right.
You know I tear that into ass.
Right. You're right.
I had a question. This is Katie, by the way.
Here we go.
I am the same age as your oldest son. I'm sure you know what he's going through, graduating college or whatever. I mean, I'm just assuming that you went to college, but
yeah.
Do you have any advice for us out there? I mean, you really hit it fame. I was also a journalism major.
Well, listen, what you got to do is live a life for a while. And I don't mean pay attention to your business, but you got to pay attention to life, too. And then when you sort of brew for a while, like a crock pot, and you percolate, you'll start to become more yourself as you get older. Mm-hmm. There's going to come a moment where you have to balance off the fear of the unknown that you have as a young woman with the knowing that your destiny is confronting you in an instant. And until that time, I would say just tread water a little, take it easy. In baseball or football, they say let the game come to you. Don't force it. But when that moment comes, and it's probably sometime in your late 20s, mid-20s, you got to step through in a shot. You can't be tentative. You've got to be bold earlier in life, or it feeds back on you, and you're in your 50s going, why didn't I try it? So wait till the moment's right. Strike. If you fail, that's immaterial. If you succeed, that's better, but it's still immaterial. But you have to seize that moment. That's the very definition of being a human being.
That's really great advice.
Did you kind of like try out a bunch of stuff and then you...
Yeah, I was a loser, kiddo. You know what I mean?
Well,
don't judge yourself too harshly when you're young. I was like a flower truck driver and an ice cream scoop. I had a college degree of scooping ice cream. Because I hadn't leavened enough. You know, I didn't believe in myself enough. I didn't trust the brand. And eventually I got a little more comfortable with myself. I said, man, you're being nastier to yourself than you are to strangers you meet who are in trouble. So don't be tough on yourself, and just tread water, date some nice guys, have some nice dinners, see some exotic places, and then that moment comes, and then get your game face on and go get it, and don't let anybody get in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's great advice. Were you a wise guy in high school?
Nah, I was a quiet kid.
You were quiet?
Yeah, I am, except when I'm in business, guys, but I don't want to do that whiny thing about I'm shy, but I shut up most of the time.
Really?
All right, brother, I got to run now.
Well, listen, seriously, we very much appreciate you taking the time.
All right, I hope you're okay. I was just slapping your ass. That's what I do.
Hey, I'm a lawyer. I can take anything, right?
All right, baby, go. All
right, you take care. Good luck to you on your show. This is Legalese, and thanks to Dennis Miller for appearing on our show. Look forward to seeing him in Phoenix.